Well, this took long enough. So it seems, after about 30,000 miles, the stock Pirelli P Zero tires, on the rear especially, were completely toast. No longer could I hook up, get the car going without doing a massive burnout, no matter what the circumstance may be, hindering my performance altogether and what this car is capable of, even though I've tried so hard so many times. Stock tires were not cutting it. And as much as I would love to have kept the stock tires on the car, they had to go. And well, main reason is they were not in the best of shape.
Oh my God!
Out with the old and in with the new. The Mustang finally gets some new tires in the form of Yokohama. And these are the Yokohama Advan Apex. I know, I didn't realize Yokohama made a tire like this either. This tire is a 280 tread wear and it is AA for traction, so it is a pretty sticky tire. I was expecting it to be less sticky than it is for being a 280 tread wear, but it is actually pretty grippy. And if you're noticing here, the size is a 285/35 R19, which gives me a lot of extra width. I needed the width so bad. And if you look, it just looks good. That's how a Mustang tire should look, at least. Fills out some of the gap right there on the side, just looks really nice. Gives a little extra beef from the rear, and actually it pokes out just a little bit from the front too. Just gives it a little bit more aggressive look. Most importantly, gives it more grip for the road. So what you have noticed maybe is that the fronts are still the Pirellis. And you're probably asking yourself, why on earth did I do the fronts and not the backs? Reason for that is these were available. These were the worst. As you saw by the tire that was on the car, the Pirellis, they were worn down pretty far. I mean, they were going into the wear bars. So I got every little bit I could out of these back tires. You're probably wondering, how did that happen? Well, this actually happened during removal of this tire off of the wheel. The rubber has become so brittle that the machine that the tire techs used to push the sidewall down and off the tire, it cracked. So, and apparently, look, I can even pull this back and it keeps splitting all the way down the sidewall here. And apparently a lot of people have problems with the seam right here on the sidewall and it leaking. So no surprise to me that that was the case. The fronts still are pretty decent until I get a set of the same Yokohama tire on the front, which will be in the next few weeks. But I had to get these done now and these were available. So that's why I knocked it out. Not to mention, this was the biggest performance hindrance of the whole car. Getting rid of these crappy excuse of a performance tire, this thing actually hooks up now and the car does not overpower itself and it actually works really good. Now, why is that rolling uphill? So finally, with the correct tire on this car, chances of doing proper 0 to 60 runs and getting really good times on quarter-mile runs is really good now because I actually have a good tire. So I'm just going to showcase some of that in the video here and show you how well the tire actually works. But I'm going to do a more in-depth review of the tires once I get the fronts put on. And of course, obviously, we're going to have to do more testing, 0 to 60 and stuff, to see what the actual capability of this car is on the street in terms of 0 to 60, quarter mile, all that fun stuff. But I can tell right now that these are going to be a tremendous help. And if the fronts are any as good as these, even keeping the same size in the front, I wanted to go up one size, but unfortunately Yokohama does not offer a 265/40/19 in this series of tire. But thankfully they still have the stock 255/40. So not a big deal. It'll be a pretty extreme staggered setup, but not something I'm really concerned about the front end still bites really hard with these, so I can imagine with a stickier tire, the turn in's gonna be really aggressive. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the car over here on the street and just do a couple very small, very easy launches just to prove that these tires will hook up. Whereas these would just spin until there was no tomorrow. So as you could see, no drama whatsoever when trying to hook up and go. That was a very soft boost launch. I mean, very soft. Could probably even not even call it a boost launch at that point, but I did raise the RPM a little bit. But I mean, it just grabbed and go the 1-2 shift, no drama. In fact, now, if anything, it just barks the 1-2 shift, sometimes the 2-3 shift even, but no spin whatsoever. These tires hook up and go. The car does not overpower them whatsoever. Yeah, and they're just awesome so far. So I'm really happy with them. And I'm sure once they wear in a little bit more, they'll even get stickier. And they could probably even be aired down a little bit, just to get a little bit more traction. Right now they're kind of aired where they should be, yet they still hook just fine. So it's really awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video and say, hey, look, I finally got tires on the car. And obviously all the other videos that are going to be coming because of the tires on the car. So we finally can see what this car is capable of and its acceleration performance. Remember, wasn't able to really get the best results before, but those videos are coming, so just keep a lookout for those. Anyway, it's going to wrap it up for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with everyone, and if you want to see more content like this and you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Keep a lookout for the next true car enthusiast video.